Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Latch. This week in math, we will be understanding measuring length, okay? We will use different objects such as cubes, straws, paper clips to measure. Remember, when we measure from one point to the other, okay? So from a beginning point to the ending point of an object. When we measure, we make sure whatever we're measuring with, we do not overlap it. We just connect it together, okay? And we don't want to space it apart. All right, so this week we're going to be doing pages 218 and 219 on in your math instruction book. It's lesson 33. Okay, getting started on page 218, it says write the number of straws used to measure the height of each partner. So if you will notice here, I took some sidewalk chalk and I've drew us two friends. You can use a brother and sister at home or some friends in your neighborhood, but we're going to use some straws. Here I have some straws that we will use. It asks us to put a name, so I'm just going to put, for the first name, I will just write girl. And for the second name, I'm just going to put boy, okay? So we're going to use the straws to measure about how many straws tall our friends here are. So we're going to start with the girl. Okay, I'm going to use her hair here as my starting point. So notice I put it right at the top of her hair, and then I will just line my straws up. Now notice, I don't want to stack them on top of each other, and I don't want to leave big gaps. I just want to connect them together right beside each other. I may have to go back and fix them as we go, but that'll be okay too. Okay, so now I have my straws, and we need to go back and we need to count about how many straws tall our girl is, okay? Notice I started at the top of her head, and my straw almost goes to the very end of her body here, but I didn't have another straw, but there's also not enough room for a whole straw. So we're going to say about how many straws we have. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for our girl, I'm going to write about 6 straws tall. And I will gather up my straws to measure for the boy. All right, and here's our boy. Let me start at the top of his head. Okay, and I'll just measure with the next straw. Okay, and one more. It's a little bit long for his body, but we're just saying about how many, and since it's more than half, we'll go ahead and count it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 straws, okay? So I'm going to put about 4 straws tall, okay? So just by looking at our information, who is taller? Right, it is the girl, and how do we know? Right, it took us 6 straws to measure the girl and only 4 straws to measure the boy. On page 219, it says measure the length of the string using straws. Write how many straws long it is. So notice there that we have our string at the bottom of the paper, and we're going to place our straw on the starting point there, line it up. And about how long is our piece of string? How many straws? Right, it's just 1 straw length long. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to write about 1 straw long. I hope you have a great week. If you need help, reach out to your teachers.